Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm Anthony Williams with BGA Insurance Group. So if you're a client of mine, or if you just new client of mine, or you just maybe stumbled across this video somewhere online, Facebook or something, I know the information will be very beneficial to you, and we'll keep it short. Going to just give you a broad overview of exactly, how annuities work, how they compare to other products or other accounts you can have your retirement funds in. So I brought on Tim McAvoy today, a colleague of mine that I've worked with for coming up on 13 years, and he's been doing this for much longer than that. So I'm going to turn it over to Tim now to get into some of the details of products that we work with and how they work. So go ahead, Tim, and take it away.
All right. Hello, my name is Tim McAvoy. I've actually been a broker for over 20 years now in the senior market, helping people plan for their retirement as they approach, or helping them make some, safe decisions during retirement at that point. Today, we're going to talk about annuities and the difference between those and some other, safe products that people normally turn towards, such as CDs. CDs are very popular because people feel safe. They get a guaranteed interest rate, that they can count on, and every day the money goes up a little bit. But there are some limitations to CDs, one of them being taxes and inflation. CDs don't keep up with inflation, of course, because the rate stays locked in when you get it. The other thing is, even though you can't touch the money in a CD at the bank, you still have to report that on your income tax for the year, the earnings. So even though you can't touch it, you're still paying Uncle Sam, which kind of limits, your growing ability a little bit. So if we're to compare CDs to a traditional fixed annuity account, they work in some similar fashions. So you do still get a fixed interest rate. The difference is with liquidity, a fixed rate annuity will allow you to take out not only the interest every month starting right away if you'd like, but you could also access 10% of your entire account on an annual basis. And there's no fees or penalties or surrender charges to do that. The other thing is that fixed annuities stay tax deferred. So while your money is growing in there, the longer you leave it, the more it has compounded interest. You're not paying Uncle Sam until you actually withdraw your funds. So that's another way to, accumulate your money without having to pay the government every year as it's going. So Anthony, if you can bring up that first slide with the Certainty Select, just to show folks some current rates. Today is July 16th, 2024. So that date is on the top of that page, and it'll show starting with a 3-year product that you can currently earn 5.25%. And the rate goes up slightly as the terms will get longer. So a lot of times people say, hey, how come, I'm going to stay a lot longer in term, but the rate only goes up a little bit? Well, that's because the financial institution handling these accounts is the one taking the risk. As interest rates go down, they would still guarantee to pay you that same percentage. So if you look at 5-year versus 3 years, it only goes up a little bit from 5.25 to 5.35. That's one of the reasons why. But bear in mind, you can still take out 10% every year, and you can still take all your earnings every month if you like, put it right in your checking or savings account, kind of like a little self-built pension. There is another option of these types of accounts, which we handle through Equitrust, which is called the Choice 4. We do handle a lot of different companies, so I'll show you a couple of them today quickly. If you can go to that next one. Yep, thank you. So the Choice 4 is actually a 6-year account. If you look down where it says both options, it's a 6-year fixed CD type annuity. It does offer a 1.5% premium bonus in the first year for any deposit for 12 months. So if you open your account, for instance, with $20,000, and then 6 months down the road, you add in another $20,000, you still get that bonus on both deposits. After that bonus, it is guaranteed to do 4.5% for those 6 years. So the first year you're making 6%, and then you have compounded interest of 4.5% on there for the remaining 5 years. As you can see on here, you still can take out your 10% free withdrawal every year. So no fees, no penalties, or surrender charges to worry about on that. I do want to just briefly discuss another type of annuity, which is called the fixed index annuities. And those actually work off the market performance of the indexes. They do not work off stocks themselves. So if you look at this, it still says fixed index annuities, and that, that word fixed means what it sounds. You cannot lose your money. There are no fees or anything like that. On this particular one, this is offered through Midland National, which is a AAA+ rated financial company. They do give a bonus on this. Currently, the deposit bonus is 13% upfront, and then you can choose to either go it based off the index, like the S&P or the NASDAQ, or you can have some of your money allocated off a fixed interest rate like we previously discussed on the other slides. People normally use these for long-term objectives. because this is a 10-year account. However, during that time, again, you can take out 10% liquidity every year or roll it to another account if the time fits. So again, the things people worry about during retirement is inflation, probate, taxes, safety. Deferred annuities like this do avoid probate as long as you have a beneficiary assigned to your account also. And they do vary a little bit from state to state, but BGA here, we're licensed in just about every state. So, call in, let us know, let Anthony know where you live, and we could tell you what the products are, what the current rates are, and answer all your questions. We could always book a one-on-one appointment for you as well.
Awesome, Tim. Thanks. That was very informative. We got through a lot of information there, so I'm going to stop the screen share at this point. And I'm just going to wrap this up. Again, this was just kind of a broad overview of some of the different accounts that are out there that we help out people with. And like Tim said, most of the time we are on one-on-one appointments. So we will actually come out to your home or the local coffee shop or wherever you'd like to meet to go over, specifically what your money looks like, what your retirement accounts look like, what your goals are, and put together a plan for you. That can also be done, over the phone if that works better for you. So Tim, real quick before we hop off here, you want to tell folks how they can find you?
Sure, absolutely. Yep. So we do have a website, which is bjainsurance.net. You can find any of us. My direct number is 610-805-6018, and all our email contacts is on that site as well.
Awesome. Yeah, our site is a great source for all this information and more. My number, 856-324-3106. So thank you, Tim, so much for hopping on and getting this information out to people. And hope you have a great day.